All right, great Friday morning, everyone. Hope you're doing well. Cesar Mascoro Jr. in with our 15 minutes to mastery that we do each and every day to get you some information, inspiration, and motivation so that you can go out and attack the day. And we are only a few short days away from 2025. Are you ready? I hope you are because it's going to be fantastic as long as you're prepared for it. Hey, listen, we're in with episode number 414 of our 15 minutes to mastery. And I am live for the last time in 2024 in Tyler, Texas. That's right. Today is my last day here for 2024. We'll be back next month and doing some great things. But this team has been on the move up and so excited to see their growth. But we're in here, like I said, episode 414. It's our last day talking about abundant mindsets, and we want to focus on the long-term growth, the long-term success. Listen, this is an industry. We talked about it. I spoke about it during the Thanksgiving holiday. We did a special call. If you were on it, great. If you weren't, you missed out. But we were talking about the numbers, the data, and the demographics that show that this industry is poised for huge growth over the next 15 to 20 years, up until 2040 and beyond. And with that in mind, you have to focus on your long-term growth. Sometimes we get so caught up in just what's in front of us. Sometimes we get caught up in, and I just need to pay some bills right now, that you forget to think about long-term. What's going to happen at the end of 2025? What's going to happen in 2026, 2030, 2035? What is your life going to look like? What is your business going to look like? What is your career going to look like? And so we want to talk about that today. Adam Smith writes, you will make better decisions once you begin thinking long-term rather than short-term. Let's talk about that real quick. All right. Many a times I found myself in a position when I was selling that I didn't have enough business going. And so I got desperate for deals and I started taking deals that maybe I knew I shouldn't have because I was thinking of the short term. I was thinking of right now. Man, I haven't made that much money over the last month or a couple months, and I don't have anything really in my pipeline. And man, I just need to take a deal and taking deals that just knowing that they weren't going to turn into something, just to convince myself that I was getting business. I found myself doing that quite a bit towards the couple of years into my career. And when I realized that, I came to the determination that I need to establish a different type of habit. Why do I put myself in those situations time and time again? Why is that happening to me? And I realized that it had everything to do with my habits. It had everything to do with my lack of consistency. And so many people around me told me these things. The people that were successful in the business, the people that just weren't successful in life, my mentors kept telling me, look, you just need to be consistent. Do the thing over and over. You may think that you're not making any progress right now, but you are. As long as you're being consistent, you are. And so when I did that, I noticed that great things started to happen, right? So I realized that abundant thinkers, they build these systems and they build these habits to be able to create long-term success, sustainable success, so that you're not having the ups and downs, and the downs that stress you out and freak you out and take you down another rabbit hole of other problems. And so it's about establishing that routine. If you can build up the habits that need to happen each and every day, your non-negotiables, and you commit to those, you'll see that you're going to be able to have that sustained growth, that long-term success. But why is it that that's important? The reason that having that sustain or that consistency in your efforts, in your optimism, in everything that you do, the reason that it's important is because that's the foundation to everything. Look, it doesn't matter if it's manufactured home sales. It doesn't matter if you're selling cars, if you're selling cell phones, if you're working at a restaurant, if you're a stay-at-home parent, whatever the situation is, you need to have consistency. You need to have your routines, your habits that you do. When you have routines and you have those daily habits, Things don't pile up on you. You don't get surprised with other things. You're not falling behind on other things. You may still get overwhelmed because things may continue to grow and grow. I mean, and that's what you're after anyways, right? And that's where you have to figure out other systems and other ways of being able to handle that growth. But for right now, what I'm telling you is you need to establish the routines. Routines and habits are everything in life, just in life, even more so in this business. So you've got to be able to do that. And like I said, it's the foundation for that growth. It's the foundation for what it is that you do each and every day from today moving forward. So today is the 20th, right? Today is the 20th of December. You've got 11 days left in the year. Right now is the perfect time to start building those habits, those routines. We all know what our non-negotiables are. If you're in manufactured home sales, marketing, phone calls, training, learning, those are the things you have to do each and every day. If you're not doing those, if you're skipping one day of that, you're not going to have the long-term success that you could. You're not going to have that sustainable growth in your business, in your career, in your life. So you have to commit to that now. If you haven't yet, or if this is your first time watching us here on our 15-minute semester, hearing us mention this, and you're in manufactured home sales, whether you're on the retail side or your community, write these things down. Marketing, your advertising, you're building your brand. You've got to be able to get that. You've got to do that daily. That is anywhere between 30 to 45 minutes a day. Maybe you're if you're just starting it, it may take you an hour and a half to get it done daily, but you have to commit to that. But it's only an hour of your day, an hour of your 8-10 hours, however long you're at the office. The other part of this that is huge. Okay. And I like to reverse this. So before, and you may have written down that as number one, scratch that, put that as number two. The number one thing you have to do is you have to learn. You have to train. You have to get better. That has to be daily. Look, to this day, 15 years of site built industry experience. That's what I had before I came into. I was in the site built industry since 1993, before I got into this in 2009. And then from 2009 to 2023, I was in selling manufactured homes as general manager, as in the business. And even over the last almost 2 years that we've been building manufactured home sales mastery, every day I continue to learn something. I am learning something new each and every day. Look, I'm not even telling you it has to be something related to manufacturing. Maybe it's about you, your communication skills, your knowledge of something that just keeps the wheels turning. One, it keeps you young. Two, it keeps that energy that you need. You establish that energy within you. You're able to carry it because you're learning more and you're carrying yourself differently. So you've got to be learning. You've got to be marketing. You've got to be prospecting always, always, always. If you don't have a buyer in front of you, a potential buyer in front of you, you need to be on the phone with one. You need to be emailing one. You need to be texting one. You need to be messaging one on Facebook. You always need to be prospecting. Always, always, always. And then the last thing is obviously moving your current deal flow forward, making sure that that is going. And if you can focus on those four things, if you do those things daily and you mix in everything else around that, you're going to be great. But you have to do it consistently. You have to have that abundant mindset of understanding that that business is always there, understanding that the numbers show, man, through 2040, this is going to be fantastic and it's going to extend beyond that because things, the economy, pricing, affordability, it's always going to be on the manufactured home side. So you are in a career path, on a career path that can truly, truly provide for you long term. So understand that. Those are the foundations to your thing. But it has to be consistent and you have to put in the work. The problem why most people don't do the marketing daily, they don't make the calls like they should daily, they don't learn daily, is because they're just not wanting to put in the work. And you think about it, when you're not doing it, you're really not doing something. It's not like you're, oh, well, I'm not going to make my calls right now. But it's not like you're out there jogging 10 miles. It's not like you're not doing the phone calls in order for you to go build something. It's not, you're choosing not to do that. And you're still sitting in that chair in your office, not doing anything. Think about that. So you want to make sure that you're consistent with this, right? Too many housing consultants, too many people in life in general focus on the short-term wins without planning for sustained growth. And abundant people that understand that the market is there and want an abundant life. They want more out of life. You should want more out of life. This is an opportunity for you to have more out of life while you're helping other people. There's people with that abundant mentality, abundant people. We play the long game. We ensure that our work, our efforts compound over time. And look, I'm right there with you, even in building this business right now. This January, end of November into December has been kind of very low key for us. Right? We're shaking all the trees and all this, but man, people check out. And just like buyers check out, right? You have to do everything in your power to get them focused in. But anyway, you have to ensure that your efforts compound over time. Just because it may be a little slow right now doesn't mean it's going to be in January. You got to keep putting in the work every single day. All right. So how can you achieve sustained success? All right. First and foremost, here we go. Number one, focus on building that is number two. Number one is develop a routine of high return activities, your non-negotiables. Remember, learning, marketing, prospecting, pushing your pipeline. That's what you got to be involved in. That's what you got to do each and every day. You got to develop that routine. And it's got to be quick, early, fast, moving, energy. Let's go. The next thing from there, you want to make sure that you're focused on building a referral network, that you're building out the group of people from your business that is going to provide for you, that's going to give you more, that's going to keep building your business. The next thing you want to do is continuously expand your knowledge. You never stop learning. You never stop learning. If you think that you don't have to learn, well, I'm here to tell you, you're just setting yourself up for a stressful life. The more you learn, as they say, the more you earn, but not even that. Look, the more you learn, the more confident you are, the better you feel about yourself. And the more you are innately pushing yourself forward. It just happens because when you have these things that you're learning, you want to share them. You want to use them. That's just human nature. So continue to learn. And you have to stay adaptable to the market trends. Things will always be changing. The way you respond to people now is going to be different later. We're going through that right now. Even within ourselves, how we're responding to people is different than it was even a year ago because people are different. Things change. Environments change. Political landscapes change. So you have to be adaptable to market trends. And lastly, maintain an optimistic and proactive mindset. You must always be putting in the work. If you slow down, if you give yourself a break for a day, 2 days in a row, it turns into 3, it turns into a week. Next thing you know, your pipeline's not where it needs to be and you're struggling. And just because you're off your game, it's okay. I compare it to my health. So I was doing great for 3.5 years. Stopped working out because I had something happen with my knee and I gave myself the excuse. Boom, went totally the wrong direction. Now I'm having to work back at it. Let's not do that to ourselves. Focus on the long-term growth. Focus on those long-term plans. Do not give in to the short term by being complacent. So you guys, if you can put this into effect and realize that you've got to be consistent, you got to have the habits, you will have long-term success in this industry and any other industry and in life. And that's what we want for you here at Manufactured Home Sales Mastery. Because remember, we're here to take your life, your business, your career to a whole new level. So if there's anything that we can do for you, please reach out to us. Look, man, next week through the Christmas, even on Christmas Day, we're going to be working. So you reach out to us. We will be here as always. Have a great Friday. Set up a fantastic selling Saturday. And as always, my friends, I can't wait to meet you.